guys, this is Justin with G.I.Bow. Today I wanted to show you how our pressure bands work. Basically you're getting some really large rubber bands, and you can opt to keep them in a continuous circle like that or cut them. They come in a pair. If you cut them, you'll be able to get more wraps out of the band. If you don't cut them, you'll get less wraps, but you'll get double the pressure in the same spot. Essentially, instead of using clamps, spring clamps, C-clamps, vices, etc. to press your pieces together, now you probably saw one of my other videos where you can actually just stretch wrap. Now I'm going to do a dry run here, but pretend we already applied our epoxy to the two parts. Alright, and here's a riser block, you can add that to it. Instead of doing multiple wraps of stretch wrap all the way up to create your pressure, number one, that's a little wasteful. So, and then number two, yeah, you got to keep on. It's just wasteful, and it doesn't provide as much pressure as the pressure bands do. All right. So essentially, you will use some stretch wrap or saran wrap or something just to keep the glue off of the pressure bands. You want to take and wrap the bow lightly. Your bow kit, your parts. This is just to keep the glue contained within the area. Alright? So it doesn't matter how pretty it looks. So I'm not struggling. I'm not taking a long time. I'm just going to do that. I usually fold this over at the end and then do that. Right. So once that's done on both sides, you then can take the pressure band, and for ultimate pressure, you can start the wrap at the middle and go all the way out. Now personally, I like to use these already cut in half. So find where the seam is at, use a razor or some scissors, cut it in half. Now you have over a 6-foot long stretch band, pressure band. And you're going to put that in right here, and I'll get a little closer to show you. But it's pretty simple. You just overlap the first one, just like that. Pulling super tight. And it's 6 foot long when it's not stretched. Once it stretches almost double the length, okay? And all you really have to do is keep wrapping just like this, all the way up. Like I said, the good thing about this is these are reusable. And number two, you're going to get much more pressure on your laminations. That's really good if you're going to take your bow and stick it into a form to create some recurve or some reflex deflex. Alright? So essentially, you get the idea. You'll continue the wrap all the way up to the end, and this will actually squish all the glue, not all the glue, but it will push it all the way up and make sure it fills any gaps all the way up. And you would just continue this wrap all the way up. And if you're skeptical about the amount of pressure that's in here, put your finger under there, right? Just wrap it once, and you can feel how tight that really is. I mean, it's creating a lot of pounds per square inch of pressure. Get all the way up to the top. When you get to the end, you just got to make a little knot. You could use a clamp to hold it in place if you'd like, but you just make one little knot. Like I said, the stretch wrap underneath keeps the glue off of the bands. Alright, and that's it. Now you're ready to let it cure. And then you would do the same thing to the other side. Like I said, this is good now. It's still flexible enough that if you want to put this inside of some sort of form, it will flex into a reflex or reflex deflex. So there you go. That's how we use our pressure bands in G.I.Bow.